But militia observers say there are two types of patriot groups, those who have nothing to hide and those who do. Some militias are more secretive than others, and they're commonly called underground militias. Now, I tried to contact about half a dozen of them, and just as they distrust the government, they didn't want to have anything to do with me. Now, just like this guy over here, this property is owned by a man named Mark Cornkey. Now, he's been around for a long time, and he meets with his guys about twice a month. No one on the outside knows what he's doing, but this is the kind of group law enforcement likes to keep its eye on. World Report was warned to stay on the public road when getting pictures of Cornkey's house. A nearby sheriff volunteered to escort us for fear there may be some danger should we get too close. Cornkey was a major militia figure in the 1990s. He served 6 years in prison on charges including assaulting a police officer.
Do not hesitate to speak.
He still hosts an internet talk show which discusses everything from survival skills to fighting tyranny.
For you know how the king deals with tyrants and rabble, but I have an answer to that. One in the chamber, the slide to battery, and the magazine is full. It is Weapons Wednesday. The perimeter is secure, and yours should be too.
A recent rash of deaths are cause for alarm. Just last month, the FBI was called to investigate the death of a Kentucky Census Bureau taker whose body was found near a cemetery with a noose around his neck and the word "Fed" written across his chest. In April of this year, a Florida National Guard soldier gunned down 2 Okaloosa County Sheriff's deputies before he was killed by law enforcement. The sheriff says the man was interested in the militia movement and that he was afraid the federal government was conspiring against him. Just 3 weeks earlier, a Pittsburgh man shot and killed 3 police officers with an automatic rifle. The man, an ex-Marine, was afraid he was going to lose his guns. The Second Amendment is the militia movement's biggest issue. They are convinced their right to bear arms is threatened, despite some evidence to the contrary.
They would be prepared if someone came knocking on their door trying to take their weapons away. They would be willing to try to prevent that, though. By potentially using that weapon.
Just as militia numbers are up, so are gun sales, up 29% since the presidential election. Along with increased gun sales is an upswing in ammunition sales. The National Rifle Association says Americans normally buy 7 billion rounds a year. That number for the past year stands at 9 billion.
And that's 1775. They came for the guns in. And when they want their war, they're going to get it. But they're the aggressor. We're in the right.
And hopefully they'll get more than they bargained for.
So it's your idea that you won't shoot first?
Oh, absolutely not. It's strictly defensive.
Anything else, caller?
No, thanks, Alex. You're a brilliant investigative journalist.
While Alex Jones stops short of advocating violence, he says it's his duty to warn Americans of the dangers he sees coming.
So it is my job to set bushfires in the minds of men and women everywhere to become active and involved. And that is the American experience.
If you speak to millions of people and millions of Americans every day, and let's just say you have 5 of those people who can't control themselves and they go out and do something stupid with a gun, would you take responsibility for that?
Would the government take responsibility for that? I mean, if some schizophrenic thinks their fingers are Cheetos and eats their fingers off, that's not my fault.
Nobody's afraid of me. I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm big, I'm fuzzy, I'm friendly. And
you own how many guns?
Several, more than 2.
The Mad Hatter, Mike Lackamore, likes to play with guns, but he is far from mistaking his fingers for Cheetos. He loves his country, and he loves his Saturdays on the farm with the Southeast Michigan Volunteer Militia.
Because ultimately, the armed population, the militia as it were, is a deterrent. Us being here is supposed to keep, all the bad boogeymen at bay.
And that's what you think you're doing? Are you?
I know we're doing.
What will the impact of the American militia revival be? That answer depends on whom you ask. Many of the members in the contemporary group say they pray for peace before bloodshed, but they're prepared for either one.
World Report, now available for download on iTunes. Every episode, anytime.